BYU is not a top 12 team. Look, BYU being placed at 12 and Utah being placed at 13th. Here's the problem that I have with that. I would have Vanderbilt, Miami, USC, and Michigan all ahead of them.
USC and Michigan should also be ahead of the two of them.
By the way, I'd put Georgia Tech ahead of them too. I'd put Georgia Tech ahead of them too. Joe, this is what I'm talking about in reference to records. We talked about this last week. Their record doesn't mean shit. BYU is not a top 12 team. So when we talk about Texas, when we talk about Oklahoma, when we talk about Miami, when we talk about USC, when we talk about Michigan, we point out the fine problems that they have. Why aren't we doing that for BYU? Why? However, Miami has no business being placed at 15th. Neither does Vanderbilt. Hey, Joe, who was Vanderbilt's losses to? Oh, wait, that's right. Vanderbilt's losses was to number 4 Alabama on the road and to Texas on the road that came down to the final play. And you're going to try to convince me because they have 2 losses that they don't deserve to be ahead of BYU. I don't get this. So I got a team in Vanderbilt that lost to number 4 and to number 10, and both of them really competitive games, and we're just saying, well, they have an extra loss. Well, they have an extra loss because they faced 2 top 10 teams. It's a joke. It is a joke.